So Poops, thank you for 20,000 subscribers. As an influencer, there's no way that you think of me as big, but to me it means something that 20,000 of you decided to go and hit that subscribe button. Not sure what you were thinking, but I hope you've enjoyed the ride. Objectively speaking, it's not like if I wave my hand, hundreds of thousands of people will stream out in that direction, screaming rabidly at my behest, but still, I think I've become a minor celebrity. So Poops, I'm saying minor celebrity because now it would be officially a lie to say that the world doesn't know who I am or can't recognize me. We're not at the level of the Kanye West out there calling the paparazzis.
It's 4 a.m., you blood-sucking mosquito!
And even in Malaysia, I wouldn't consider myself big. But still, ever since I started this YouTube journey, things have started to change a little bit. I mean, just yesterday at the wedding, congratulations Brendan and Sarah. No fewer than 4 Sapoops came up to me randomly and said that they knew of me or I look very familiar somehow. And it turns out that these people saw me on YouTube, thus they know me. In fact, after the wedding, I received a message from my cousin who apparently had posted an Instagram story. She told me that someone had sent her, "Wait, isn't him the famous YouTuber Victor Tan? I subscribed to his channel." Wow. Well, thank you for your support. I mean, I'd already known that this was kind of a possibility ever since I started Pathways to Excellence and started making videos, cause logically, if you're going to be making videos that can be played by anyone, anywhere, at any time out there, then there's no question about it. There are going to be actual, real people who are going to be listening to you, engaging with you, maybe saying certain things about you, whether good, bad, ugly. I mean, that's the whole point of what we're doing in the first place, to get people to actually think about what we're saying, thinking, or doing. So in retrospect, maybe it's not something that should be such a surprise, but I think that it was at the wedding just yesterday that I really started to feel it for the first time, that somehow, whether I like it or not, people know me. Now, I want to emphasize that it's not something that I want to flex or scream about to the high heavens about how allegedly I think of myself as important, but to me it's just kind of like a fact. Like, the way water is wet and what goes up must come down. I don't hate being famous, but I don't idolize it either. Like, I've always thought that being famous for the sake of being famous is kind of dumb, honestly. Like, you could be famous as a guy who pooped his pants during school assembly, or you could be famous for playing an Olympic sport. One is obviously better than the other. So I don't think there's a point in just becoming famous for the sake of becoming famous. But I'm also not the kind of guy who just shies away from fame and just be all like, "Oh, it's so horrible, people know about you, they think about you everywhere it is that you go." But nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Although for all you know, it might actually happen and I might end up eating these words one day. I do want to say thank you though, because your subscriber only really speak to how many people you influenced in the past, and that's not an indication of how many people you're actually able to shape on a day-to-day basis. But I do appreciate the fact that you care about my life. You know who I am, you can talk to me, engage with me, have conversations with me, because I think that's what this platform is all about. Like, being able to know the world, to really, if possible, just influence the lives of actual people living on my planet. Like, I'm sure that we'll disagree at some points, but it's nice to know that there are real people who can either agree or disagree with you about what's going on or what's not going on in the world. But yeah, to me, this isn't just purely about fame, being recognized, earning lots of money. I mean, those are all nice parts of the picture of how people get validated on this planet, but I don't think that's what satisfies me. Because what does satisfy me is knowing that there are people who are living and breathing out there who are engaging with what I'm saying, processing those things, and kind of letting them circle through their mind in such a way that if that happens and we have all of those conversations out there, we can have eventually a more open, hopefully more logical society. But of course right? Like, if you're trying to think that what you're saying and what you're doing can change the world, that can be a bit delulu. Cause like, who are you to change the world? You're much more likely to end up in an echo chamber where the algorithm sends you people who already agree with you more than it brings in the masses of people around you who don't agree with you and don't want to look at your face. But I think the fact that people recognize me in real life is a nice thing though, because it kind of reminds me time and time again that what I'm doing, what I'm saying, it does influence actual people who are like me, who have their own lives, their own thoughts, their own views of the world. And that's one reason why I'm happy to keep on doing it. I mean, I don't know how famous I am going to be or am not going to be in the future. For all you know, maybe the algorithm's just going to be all like, "Alright, sorry," and just completely cuts me off. But for now, I think it's good to have a platform, and it's nice for me to know that people do care about what I choose to articulate. So I look forward to getting better at it and look forward to sharing more with you guys soon. And so yeah, that's my little story of how I became a minor celebrity. No idea what's going to happen happen in the future, but well, I guess we'll see. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I have to say about that, and bye.